There are a lot of traps that you as a beginner artist may be falling into that could cause all of your hard work and effort to not be paying off. But you are also in the perfect position to jumpstart your art career and create a long-lasting creative practice if you keep these 10 tips in mind. Hi friends, I'm Kelly and I've been selling my art for over 5 years, and I've accumulated some advice that I wish I had when I was first starting out. So let's go through them together and start you off on your creative journey successfully. First and foremost, no one can make it through a hard and challenging journey without first knowing their motivation. Without a strong reason for pursuing art, you'll inevitably fall behind or even stop altogether when things get hard. So the most important advice I can offer right away is to know your why. What is the purpose of pursuing a creative practice for you? Are you drawing to build a skill, spark your creativity, or just have fun? Maybe you're drawing for your friends or just drawing for yourself. Whatever your reason, you will be much more equipped to weather the storms ahead of you with your why front of mind. Now that you're ready to face some challenges, here's the biggest one every artist faces: feedback on our art. Not everyone will love your art or even like your art. Maybe a piece you make will get no attention whatsoever. Maybe a comment will drag you through the mud. Just head into your art journey knowing that art is subjective. Whatever you make, your art isn't going to be for everyone. Even if you're the next Leonardo da Vinci, not everyone's going to like your work. It's similar to music. You might love Taylor Swift, but somewhere out there, there's someone who doesn't like her music. Just like some others might not like country music. It doesn't mean that any particular music is bad, it's just not for everyone. And that's okay. Focus on your why when you get comments that get you down. Just make sure your reason isn't to have everyone love your art. That could be a recipe for disaster. Be aware of constructive criticism that is vital for your art growth, but make sure that any of that criticism that you take to heart comes from a knowledgeable source you trust and not your comment section on social media. Heck, don't even post to social media if you don't want to. If it's not important to share your work online, there's no reason you have to. Views, likes, and comments are nice, but ultimately the value of your work is not through how others perceive it. Whether or not people like your work, it's valuable because it's important to you. The next piece of advice I have for you is one you've heard way too much already, I'm sure, but it's so important it's worth repeating. Draw every day. Of course, you're not going to reach your why if you don't actually practice. So focus on your reason for doing this and practice as much as you can. I know drawing every day sounds daunting. It sounds pretty scary to me too, but the only way to improve, especially at the beginning, is to just draw as much as you can. If that ends up being every other day, or only when you're on the bus, or only in the little moments you have between meetings, that's okay. Just keep reaching for that draw everyday goal and you'll improve in no time. Now, if you're gonna have to draw a lot and maybe even every day to get better, you're gonna wanna lean on your why. But another good motivator is to draw what you love. What got you interested in drawing in the first place? Was it drawing your friends, your favorite characters? Maybe just drawing little doodles from your imagination got you excited to draw more. That's awesome. Anything and everything is okay to draw if it keeps you drawing. Personally, I wouldn't be at my skill level without years and years of drawing cartoon and anime fan art. Drawing what you love will keep you working through the hours and hours you need in order to master this skill set. And this passion for drawing what you love will keep you ignited even in times when you don't really feel like drawing. To ensure you have a long, healthy life of creativity ahead of you, my next piece of advice is to take care of your body. Stay active and take care of yourself throughout your day, but be sure to take extra care before, during, and after your practice. Drawing can be especially hard on your wrists and hands, so do some stretches to protect yourself from carpal tunnel and other health problems. You might even consider wearing wrist braces if you are experiencing any negative symptoms. Make sure to sit at your drawing station with proper posture and work your shoulders and back in your stretches. And to prevent blood clots, be sure to take little breaks during your work to go on a short walk or do some jumping jacks to get your blood pumping. There is a lot to consider when it comes to taking care of your body, but you only have one. So take care of it and you'll have a long and healthy art journey. One of the most exciting things about a beginner artist is they have the whole world to traverse in terms of art mediums and art subjects and anything in between. So as a beginner, don't tie yourself to one specific medium or style, but explore everything. Try watercolors, acrylic, ink, just have fun and run towards every opportunity you can. Over time and practice, you will start to notice what mediums work for you and fit into your workflow more naturally. Eventually, you'll want to narrow the field a little bit if mastery is your goal. But for now, I hope you'll enjoy the experience of exploration. One of the most asked questions I get from beginner artists is how to find your style, which is unfortunate considering what we just discussed, that beginner artists have so much to explore and to try out. Exploring different styles and different forms will encourage your growth as an artist much faster than trying to focus on one specific style. But I understand that it can be difficult when you really want to have a signature style to share with people. Your style will come with time and you just have to be patient to let it grow. So keep in mind that your style will develop naturally, and it should not be your main focus at this point. However, one way to cultivate a style is to study other artists. I'm sure I'll make a complete video about this topic soon, but for now, know that almost all art training over the course of many centuries has included studying the masters. By not only viewing art that we know to be great, but practicing creating this type of work, we're dissecting what makes art so impactful in the first place. Now, you don't need to study Picasso or Monet if that's not something that excites you, although I still recommend you do that. But you can just look at your favorite artists online and try to dissect why you like their art so much. Try drawing like them and noticing what makes their style unique. Just don't claim copied work as your own. Better yet, make this something that you do in your personal sketchbook and don't share with anybody. And your end goal is not to draw just like them. We don't need a bunch of copycats out there, but instead gain an understanding of what parts of their work inspire you. And let that naturally influence your style. Personally, I was trying so hard to draw just like Rebecca Sugar when I first started drawing, and so I copied a lot of her work and studied it closely. And although I don't draw just like her now, it has inspired and informed a lot of my own style. If there is one thing that I wish I had took to heart sooner as an artist, is that you have to get used to failure. And I don't mean just failure as in people responding negatively, but just your own sense of failure when you aren't able to produce a product that you want to, or you aren't able to communicate the way you want to visually. You aren't going to be happy with every piece you make, and you certainly aren't going to make everybody else happy either. But if you are still holding on to your why, your purpose, your reason for creating, you'll be able to keep going even if you draw 10 less than spectacular pieces in a row. So just know that there are mistakes coming for you, and they're actually a positive thing. They will help you grow, help you develop, and you'll learn so much more by making mistakes than making everything perfect. Just don't let the fear of making mistakes keep you from drawing. Embrace those mistakes. Now that you're drawing and studying and diving into the world of art, It's time to take a step back. Art can be mentally, physically, and emotionally challenging, and it's really going to take a lot out of you to be able to produce the pieces that you're looking for and to be able to draw a lot to get better. But you won't be able to keep moving forward unless you take a break. By giving yourself small breaks throughout your day and larger breaks throughout the year, you're giving your body and mind time to recover, and you'll gain new inspiration from your life and interests outside of art. Remember that creating isn't the most valuable thing in your life. By cultivating your relationships, your other hobbies, and your interests in the world, you will be cultivating your art journey. So I wish you the best with your artistic journey, and I know you're gonna create some wonderful work. Let me know in the comments what your why is and what brought you to art in the first place. For me, I really got into art when I was obsessing over all of my favorite cartoons, and I keep drawing because it's a really helpful mental practice for me. If you found my advice helpful, I'd really appreciate a like on this video and subscribe if you're looking for some more encouragement through your art journey. If you're ready to get sketching, check out my recent video with 5 drawing prompts that are essential for growth as an artist. Talk to you in the next one.